Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at AGi32. It's one of the most popular lighting design and analysis programs out there. So, what is it? Let me tell you. It's a professional software used by lighting designers, engineers, and architects to simulate how light behaves in a space. That could be for like a building interior, outdoor area, or even a roadway. Uh, Basically, you can calculate illuminance and luminance levels on a surface, build 3D models of your space, and place lights in it. You can run point-by-point calcs to see how much light falls on any part of the surface. And finally, you can also generate lighting calc reports to check with code to make sure that you're meeting standards and getting the right light levels. It's going to be a very long video. We'll be going over everything. So I'll have timestamps down below whenever you need to check out anything specific. Without further ado, let's begin. The first thing that we're going to go over is the user interface. When you first look at this, it looks pretty overwhelming, but don't worry, it's not bad. On the top of the screen here, we have your menu bar and toolbars. These contain all of your main commands, things like file management, drawing tools, calc settings, and rendering options. I think of this as like your main control panel for everything you'll do in the program. No. Right here to the right is your model toolkit. This is where you can access all of your luminaires, edit them, place them. Want to edit your schedules, want to create your spaces and add in objects. So here is your status window. This basically just shows all of your lighting calculation points and their values after you calculate. Center of the screen is your drawing window. This is your main workspace. Down here is your status bar. This gives you feedback while you work. Things like the current drawing mode, coordinates of your cursor, or prompts for the next step. It's all very helpful. Then down here, we have options to snap to, orthogonal movement, and snapping in general, which is also very helpful as well. Now we'll be talking about converting a Revit project into a CAD drawing, which can be imported into AGI. This is great for having a background in AGI, so you can know the location of lights, and you can trace over the spaces to make sure that you're getting the most perfect dimensions possible. How do we do it? Well, in Revit, go to File, Export, CAD Formats, and then Drawing. So it's going to take this and turn it into a CAD drawing. Export current view. Perfect. Next. Save it to wherever you want. I'll just do my desktop. Should be there. So now if you bring it to your desktop here, I should have my ceiling plan. Boom. Let's open it up. We'll use AutoCAD. It's going to do it always. So in here, we turn it to a CAD file so we can mainly make sure that we delete stuff that we do not need. So that could be stuff like furniture. That could be sinks, just different fixtures that we usually do not really like. The main thing is we want to turn this into most simplest file that we could possibly get it to. Make sure that AGI can run smooth. So to delete stuff quickly, go to your layer properties. This window will give you the option. What the hell? There we go. We'll give you the option to turn off stuff that we do not need. So let's go from here. If you want to turn something off, click this sun button. Guess that doesn't turn anything off. So this the ceiling pattern. Let me, ceiling pattern. Turn off the 2x2 boxes. Now, we technically can turn them off, and we will in this case. But if you do not have lights placed yet, and you need to put lights in the 2x2 space, I'll leave it on for like a template. It'll help you out a lot. We don't need doors. We need walls. We need lights. We do not need our furniture. We don't need any of that crap. Boom. Walls, lights, perfection. Let's go ahead and save it. Clicking up here. Saved. Let's close it. Let's go into your AGI. Nope. Let's go to import CAD. CAD file. Wherever you saved it. Okay. Okay. Boom. We have exactly just the walls and lights. Now we can begin placing your lights and adding in the space. Now we're going to talk about rooms and objects. We'll go over building a space and editing it, as well as adding in objects, editing those as well. Let's start with this room right here. And before we do that, right now I'm in a dark room, and this white background is actually flashbanging me. I'm going to go to Tools, System Settings, go to Display in Project, Model Mode Background, turn it to black. Okay, okay, boom. I can now see without having my eyes hurt. This space right here. So we can add in a room. We have rectangular, circular, or polygonal. This is going to be rectangular. Click it. This is a conference room. And also all of these ceilings are at 9 feet. We have the AGi32 ceiling. So we call it the F-E-R-E-N-C-E room. You can add in a ceiling grid, but we don't need to in this case. 9 feet tall. For the surfaces, this is the reflectance values for each surface. Usually, you should always use this, the 80-50-20 rule. Ceiling will be the most reflective surface. Walls will be 50% reflective, and floors 20% reflective. This works for most spaces, but let's say you're in like a mech room, and it's just all just concrete walls, ceiling, and everything. Might even do like 0.35 for everything. But in this case, just a normal space. We'll do 80, 50, 20. 9 feet tall. Let's go and create it. So you want to start on the inside corner of your space. You don't want to start in like the middle or out here, because this is where your wall begins. Let's click here. Boom. Right now we can click here, but to make sure that we're doing this precisely, click ortho. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Now just create it in 2 points, because it recognizes that it's a rectangle, so all they need is 2 sides, and then it'll automatically make the other 2 sides. So this is your space. This is a conference room. Don't need a description. 7 surfaces. Right now the work plane height is at 2.5 feet. So that means that all of your lighting calculation points will be placed at 2.5 feet. Let's look at where these desks are at. See how tall these desks are. They're 2.5 feet tall, so that's perfect, because the work plane that we care about right now are these desks. 2.5 feet. I'm gonna turn them on. Boom. There they are. I'm loving it. It's the first room created. Let's go ahead and do one. Let's go and do this space now. Want to create a room here? You should use polygonal. Call this open office. And here, hallway, office space. Boom. Open office, 9 feet tall. These are the correct reflectances. Let's begin. So it'll have a line following your cursor, showing where you began. It's always helpful. And then if you want to finish it, right click it, and then it will then close the gap. This is an open office space. We're using the same desks. So let's go ahead and use 2.5 feet as well. Boom. That's been created. Now, if you want to edit the space or a room, click the edit room hammer thing. You can change the name, height. You can edit your surfaces as well. So right now we have the floor being 20%, which is good. No. Let's say that we create a. Say that we're making the bathroom here, and we create the wrong dimensions for it. First off, for a bathroom, we'll just have the work plane at 0. Uh-oh. The wall should be over here. Go to dynamic edit. We're going to move an edge or node. This can be for a room. You can click either the corners to move or the middle point. In this case, we'll do the middle point. Click it, drag it. Now the space is back to the dimensions that we want. But whenever you do this, it will delete the calc points. So, calculation. And then we'll go to automatic placement. Boom. Bathroom. So right now it is at the floor, which is what we want, but choose whichever side you want to go off of. In this case, we'll do the 7th surface, which is the floor, which says 0. Great. Boom. What else? What else? Let's say we want to add in an object. Let's add in a desk. So in here, we have a desk that is 3 feet by 6 feet. In this case, 3 feet by 18 feet. Let's add it in. Add in some geometry. Add an object. You can do rectangular, circular, or polygonal as well. In this case, we'll just do rectangular. The height of these desks are 2.5 feet. We don't really care about the labels, but sure, we'll just call it conference desk. Reflectances. This is standard for an object right now because we don't really know the reflectance values. So we'll just say it's just 50% for all of them. Boom. Let's look here. 3 by 18. Let's go down. So down here, it shows your length of wherever you're going. In our case, we want to snap every foot. Let's go redo that. So now we have snap on. 2.5. Conference desk. Start here. We got 1, 2, 3 feet. If you're looking at the length, let's go 18 feet this way. Perfect. Turn that snap off. Now, if you want to move an object, click here. Look at now in your status bar, it says right mouse button to enter to proceed with the command. So we clicked what we need to move, right click. Now let's click with our left mouse button to move it wherever we want. We have ortho 1 right now, so we'll just orthogonally move it here. Now it's in a spot that we actually want. Whenever you want to move anything, it'll have your symbol with a red arrow on it. If you want to delete anything, it has the circle with the line through it. Edit has the hammer. I guess that's the most simplest tools that you'll be using for rooms and objects. Next, we're going to talk about bringing in lights into the project. We have our rooms and calc points. Let's bring in some lights. If you go to Luminaire and then define. Right now we have no lights in here. So we need to find some IES files online. We need a 2x2 troffer, a 2x4 troffer, and a downlight. Usually you'll know which lights to get because you're already in a project on Revit and the corresponding IES file should be with it. But because that isn't the case here, I spun online, I found a little downlight 2x2 and 2x4 from the wonderful Acuity brands. Go to your define, add. Let's go to wherever I had it. Boom. I think we can only do one at a time though. Yeah. Oh, multiple at a time. Beautiful. So now they're all in here. All these are recessed lights. So now we have to customize all of these to what we actually want. Let's start out with the 2x2 troffer. Let's call this F22. Let's call this one F24. Let's call this D4. You can call them whatever you want. Just good to always have a tag associated with it. Now we need to make sure that we have the correct luminous box for all of these. These are what these are here. This is what the light looks like when it's rendered into the project. So right now, this is what it looks like. But because this is a recessed light, we want to fix that. Beautiful. We want a flat, luminous box. Boom. Beautiful. These are also recessed as well. Great. Same for this guy. Boom. Boom. Cha-ching. Okay. We have tags for all of them in the correct luminous boxes. And basically what the luminous box is it is the geometry that emits light. We want to make sure that because these are recessed, the only geometry that is emitting light is a flat plane. Now we need to go through here. Light loss factor. Whenever you're doing calculations, it's always good to drop it from 1 to like point something. To make sure that over time, when the light degrades, you'll still be getting enough output to meet your luminance values. So for here, let's just go ahead and I always do 0.8. I think 0.8 is always a good, safe option. Okay. Also for all these, it shows the intensity curve, all of the polar plots as well, which is also very important. Okay. I think we got what we need. Okay. Let's bring them in. Next, we're going to talk about the Luminaire Basics. Right now, we have everything that we need. We have our 3 lights. Let's bring them out, bring them out. Right now, let's just do the, yeah, sure, let's just do the 2x4. So we have the 2x4 selected. We have a mounting height of 9, because all these rooms are at 9 feet, and it's a recessed light. So then let's hit locate, and place it where it's got to go. Boom, first light placed. If you want to copy that light, copy Luminaire. I usually choose window. Status bar says right mouse button to proceed. Boom. Left mouse click. Right now we're in ortho mode, so we can go in a straight line. Put it right here in the middle. And I'll just copy it all the way down. Do the same across. Great. We need to move a light up here. We'll copy one, then if you want to move it, choose the arrow. Same thing as always, right mouse click to proceed with the command. Boom. Now, we gotta turn this Soldier Boy 90 degrees. I'm gonna go reorient, click it. Let's type in 90, and then it'll show it in the bottom right down here, 90 degrees. Hit enter. Beautiful. Now I still want to put this in a better spot than it is, so let's just boom. Beautiful. Once again, copy it. Great. And we'll do the same for all of these other lights here. 9 feet. Boom. And once you have them all in a row, you can always just copy them through. Let's locate it. Okay. Same for the downlights. Or D4s. There we go. All of our lights are here. Now, if you want to edit a light, of course, choose the hammer. And then right click to execute. This shows the number of Luminaire, its label, its tag, its coordinates on the whole plane, its height, and then orientation, tilt, roll, spin are all different ways that you can angle the light, but we're going straight down, so we don't need to use any of these. If you want to change the height of it, click this, right click. Right now it's at 9 feet. I want to bring it to 8, do that, then click enter. If you want to see its photometric web, go to visibility, and you can go all on. So it shows the orientation of where it's aiming. And then if you want to see the actual web itself, include the candela curve. So it shows that the distribution here is straight down for these guys, as well as this. Usually whenever you have lights that are throwing in a certain direction, it's always good to make sure that you're aiming the correct way by turning on the candela curves. But for now, Let's turn them off because they do bog down the file a little bit. If you want to swap a light, so we want to turn all these to 2x4s. Execute the command. Great. Boom. Want to turn off a light, on or off. Just turn off these guys. They'll become checkered, not checkered, but striped instead of thick lines, just to show that they're off. What else can I? You want to mirror lights? I think a good use of mirroring lights would have been here. So if you want to mirror, let's choose window. Right click to enter the command. Choose a plane that you want to mirror off of. So here I'll go in the middle of these two walls, or this one wall. Perfect. Then now they're all here. What else do we got right here? Changing height, re-aim. These are pretty much the basics that you need for lights. On to the next. Next up, calculation basics. We got our calc points. Let's calculate. When it's done calculating, it'll give us a nice list of all our rooms and its corresponding values. For each space, we have the average luminance, max and min luminance values, average to min ratio, and max to min ratio. And then for each point, it's on a 2x2 scale. So every 2 feet, you have the illumination point. When you're very close to walls, you'll get some weird numbers. If you want to delete those, go to remove selected calc points. Boom. Bye-bye. Everything here looks pretty good. So this table is at so it's 2.5 feet tall, and these calc points are also 2.5 feet tall. We don't need to delete these calc points here, but let's say that the work plane here is at 0 feet. It's on the floor. We have calc points going through the table. Then we would have to go through and delete these, but in this case, we do not have to. Want to modify points? Hammer time. Great. Looking great. Delete them. Boom. Automatic placement I already showed in an earlier segment, but automatic placement. Click on a space or even an object. Then you can add on points from there. If you want to add in points without a specified space or object, choose one of these. Yeah, whatever. Usually we have 2x2 foot spacing, and this shows the work plane height. Great. I guess you can just draw it out. Great. Just go and delete them. Calculate again. Whenever you delete calculation points, the whole thing resets because this is a great software. Let's talk about ISO lines. Basically, ISO lines can help you visualize the average foot candle value in whichever direction it is going. So let's choose a luminance. Let's enable them. For every point that is around 20 foot candles, it will create a line following that same criteria. I'll do the same for 10 foot candles. Let's make it 0.1 feet wide for the line. Okay. Makes sense to me. I mean, warmer. Sorry, not warmer. More light here. Makes sense. Following the nice little 10. Great. Great. Want to turn them off. Highlight values. You want to highlight the luminance max and min for each space. Red is high. Blue is low. You get the idea. Want to mirror calculations, like mirror uh surfaces. Choose that. That should be all pertaining calculations. Next up, the project manager. Project manager is located up here. In here, it will show everything that is inside of the project and everything that's also been imported as well. So we imported our background, which is our just the CAD file that we brought in earlier. If you hit the load button, it'll show every type, every entity type that is associated with the project. So this, we just have the drawing and the drawing entities before main project. Let's just call this whole project office, whole office. We have both of these turned on right now. Let's say we don't want our background anymore. Let's disable it. Okay. Now we have no more of the drawing. All that we have is our geometry. Now inside of here, our office, we have objects, rooms, calc points, and luminaires currently. So we can see that we have our conference desk right here. We have our rooms, our corresponding calc points, and all of our lights. Our calc points right now have this work plane name on them, and I don't like that. Let's get them out of here. Great. It's okay for now. Go back in. Now, let's say we have a very large project and we want to split up this current project, this whole office, into multiple projects. Let's do it. So let's say we want to make a project for our bathrooms. So we'll right click, new, project name, bathrooms. Okay. Bathrooms are now enabled, but there's nothing in them yet. Let's fill it up. Hop up here, transfer, window. These are our bathrooms. Let's move them. They've been selected. Right click. We didn't save. We didn't save, ladies and gentlemen. So always hit OK whenever you're done doing something. Okay. Now we got an option. Bathrooms. Okay. So let's say we just want to focus on the bathrooms. Turn off the whole office. Only our bathrooms are enabled. We just got the bathrooms. I'm going to calculate it. It's a lot quicker than doing the whole thing. There we go. Have our bathrooms and just our background on. Wow. There we go. There's that. It goes to PM. You can also edit things in bulk. So let's load our bathroom. Let's go to our lights. So if you ever want to disable certain fixtures, you can go in here. If you want to turn on some of their aiming visibilities, edit their labels, you can do it all in the project manager. Anything else? Seems good to me. On to the next. Let's talk about the scenario manager. Go to the Luminaire scenario manager. You will use this if you want to create a scenario of, let's say, we are using emergency power and only certain lights can be on. We need to create a scenario for that. So I hit right click, add scenario. Let's call it EM. Right now we have 2 channels, default and emergency. If there's no EM channel, right click, add channel, and then you can name it whatever you want. Default, let's turn off all of our lights. Let's keep our emergency lights on. So right now, all of these are turned off. You want to select certain ones. Click here. Say we need 2 lights for our bathrooms. We need these turned on. Great. Right click. Choose emergency. Okay. Now they are now applied to our emergency channel. If you calculate, only these lights will be emitting light. None of these. As you can see. That is all. Let's talk about rendering. Let's go back to our default scenario. Go to this render tab, but before we render, you need to have your points calculated. Get a quick little calculation right here. Now let's go to render. Sheesh, okay. So movement in here sucks. It's not great. You have the walk tool, pan, and rotate, or like zoom. I use the walk tool. So I'm going to click with my left and drag backwards. And then you can use your scroll wheel if you click down on it to then shift yourself wherever you want. I'll rotate myself, click it, drag this way. There we go. So you can also use these up here. So we want to do a top-down view. Click this. You can see what it looks like, all of your rooms and spaces. Let's go down here, rotate ourselves. As you can see, you can see the conference room we made with the object, the table that we created. And something that is very important is you can change how you render things. Let's put ourselves over here. That's looking good. Sheesh. Let's go to tools. No. View? Let's go to view. Let's go to view properties. No. Let's go to display properties. Here you can change how things are rendered. So let's go. Right now we have radiosity on. Yeah, let's do illuminance. I think pseudo color is cool. I think. Woo! So now you can see how light is on the spaces with color. To see a scale for that, you turn on. So apply maximum foot candles. It's like, so right now this red is at 30. Say the highest is, let's put the highest at 35. Now display scale. Hit OK. So where the light's being emitted, of course, it's going to be at 35. We can see that we're getting around 20 on our object surface. But let's edit that. Let's make it easier to see. So let's make it 20. So now we can see, yeah, we are getting around 20 here. These bathrooms are getting lit up. Oh me, oh my. Now, there are office spaces. We're getting adequate lighting, as well as our solo office here as well. In here, yes, of course, you can look from the side as well using these. You can look at it from an isometric angle. I cannot recommend enough using the walk tool. Now, looking here, these shapes look great, right? But they can be better. We can become even more precise. Go back to your model. We'll turn on this thing called subdivision. When you turn on subdivision, instead of having blocky, like large squares of calcs, you can condense the pixels to get more shapes. Let me, damn it. So this is what it looks like without the calculations. Now we have these large squares. So these are where our calculations are going on. So each color they will encompass one of these squares. We make the square smaller, turn on subdivision. Let's go high. Now this will make calculations take longer because it's being more precise. But it's worth it whenever you're needing to have fine detail in a rendering. All right, actually, it was quicker than what I thought. Oh, we're looking sharper. We're looking cleaner. Having much better distribution now. You can go way cleaner if you want, but it will slow down the model a lot. That should be all for rendering. Now I'll be talking to you guys about hotkeys. Hotkeys will help you in your AGI process, and it will save you tons of time. I like 95% of the time, I'm not even touching the model toolkit at all, because I already have hotkeys for everything. Now, how do you get there? How do you edit them? Type in QC for quick commands. Be it on here. Hit enter. Now here we already have some pre-made quick commands. But if you want to add in some, go add. It'll make a new area for you. So you want to do you want to add a rectangular room. We'll go here. With me, I say ARR, add rectangular room. Boom. So you want to add in another one. Say like add in a polygonal room. APR. Okay. So now if we want to add in a room, type in ARR. Show up in the bottom right. Hit enter. Boom. So you want to make a polygonal room. APR. Great. Yeah, and then polygonal room. The main thing is for any of your light commands, like modifying lights, it really does speed up the process by a lot. So copy light. So if you want to delete a light, DL, CL, copy light, click on it. But usually what I do is for these commands, you can change if you want to interact in a single, a window, or all. For these, I always go window. Hit OK. Copy light. Boom. You can copy light. Delete a light. Oh. So I hit DL and then enter. So it went to define. So now we have to go back to our quick commands. It says DL for the definition. Let's call it def instead. So now if I want to hit delete light, I can delete a light. If I want to define a light, boom. On screen now, I'm going to show my quick commands. I think these have worked best for me and have sped up a lot of my work and saved me a lot of time. You can input these in if you want. The last thing we're going to talk about are schedules. Schedules are a great way to show your calc points. And if you're working at a firm, usually they add these to their sheets. How do we do it? Let's go to drawing and schedules. Specify and locate schedule. Schedule type, it's going to be calc summary. So right now this is what's showing or what will show on your schedule. Let's just change it up a little bit. Let's take out this guy. So to move this out of its order, hold down Alt and use your arrow keys to bring it down. So label will be the room name. To move units to the back. Okay. What if we do like 20? Let's do like 6 for these. Oh. Yeah, we'll just see how that, let's do like 15. So these numbers are how long the column will be. Oh, worked out great. Boom. So now we have the name, the average, max, min, and units for each room. So let's calculate. And then it will auto-populate in the schedule. Perfect. There we go. That's it. Well, that is it for today's video. Now you should have a good idea on what AGI is and how to use its basic tools. If you found this helpful, do not forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any future tutorials. If you have any questions or if there's any features you'd like me to go over more in detail or at all, please comment down below. I always check the comments and your feedback helps me decide what to make next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.